नियतिकृत नियमरहितां क्लादैकमयीम् अनन्य परतन्त्रां नवरस रुचिरां निर्मितिम् आदधति भारती कवेर्जयति. So we were looking at yamkam here, tadvritti and tadbhagavritti. So we finished with tadvritti. This is tadvritti examples where we looked at the examples of Devi Shatakam. Tadvritti is actually Pada, it is within the, oh no, this is Tadbhaga Vritti. Yes, that is what we were looking at. Correct. Tadbhaga Mangarche, you split it into 2 or you split it into 3 or 4, depending on which portion, Adi, Antam, whichever can be matching here. So this one is, within the first Padam itself, the first part is matching with the second part. In the second example, we saw that the first part was matching with the second B, 1A with 2B. Saraswati prasadam me sthitim chitta saraswati. Saraswati kurukshetra saraswati.
We haven't seen this.
Idu innum paakala. Oh, okay. Super. So, idu vandu 1A, 2B, 3A, 4B. 3B, 4A. இப்படி வருது. இதுல வந்து எப்படின்னா இன்னும் one more should be there which I have not mentioned here. 1B and 2A. அது எழுதல இங்க. Okay. So ஒரே நிமிஷம். Yeah. So we have to start with this shloka. Okay. Saraswati prasadam me sthitim chitta saraswati. Saraswati kurukshetra saraswati. The earlier one, actually the difference is, in the earlier one, the whole thing was within the padam itself. Yeah. Within the padam, you had 1A matching with 1B, 2A matching with 2B, 3A with 3B, and 4A with 4B. Whereas in this section, you are mixing up 1A with 2B. 1A will be Adi, 2B is Anta, so Adyantikam in the first portion. The next one is Antadikam. You have prasadam me அந்த இடத்துல ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல, அதனால தான் நான் போடல. Sorry, I was right in my இது prasadam me sthithim chittangardhula. There is no repetition here at all. There is only a repetition in the second section. I'll need to remove this. Sorry. So this is not there. It is correct. So Adyantikam, the first one is Adyantikam. The second portion, Saraswati and Saraswati. This is in third pada A, Adi. So this is also another Adyantikam Yamakam. The next one pathomna, it is Kurukshetra and Kurukshetra. The Kurukshetra, first Kurukshetra is 3B. And then 4A is the second Kurukshetra. So Antadikam. The meaning is a very beautiful meaning also. Each Saraswati is different. So there are 4 Saraswatis in this Padyam. This is the 50th shloka of Anandavardhana's Devi Shatakam. The first one, he starts with, Hey Saraswati, me prasadam sara. Me prasadam sara. You have to be in a very conducive manner towards me. Or me sthitim kuru. That can also work there. The rest are all only an adjective to Saraswati here. So prasadam sara gacha prapnuhi. So you will have to be in a very nice manner towards me, or show me your grace, give me your blessings here. Hey Saraswati, prasadam sara. The other adjective in the fourth pada along with the third pada is kshetra kurukshetra saraswati. Here the Saraswati here is not Vagdevata, but it is Nadi Rupa Saraswati who flows in Kurukshetra region. So Antarvahini Saraswati sa iti. So Sharirameva Kurukshetram Tatra Nadi Rupena Vartate. So this entire body is like Kurukshetram, and Saraswati is the Antarvahini Nadi which makes that Kurukshetra a Punya Sthalam also. So this Antarvahini Nadi, just as how it makes it Punyam, Saraswati should also exist in me as Chitta Saraswati. So the first, the second, so He Chitta Saraswati, me Chidrupa Samudre ya Vartate sa mama kshetra rupam Kurukshetram api Nadi rupena bhutva tatra she has to make it punyam. Okay, so Chitta Saraswati here means Saraswan is Samudram. So Saraha Asya Saramsi Asya Asti Iti. Saraha here is water bodies. All of the water bodies come and drain into the Samudram. So the Samudram is called Saraswati, Saraswan. Here Chittarupa Saraswati in my in the Chittam, which is in the form of a Samudram. There you should exist as a Nadi Rupa. Okay. So Saraswati, Sthitim Swati, Sthitim Swati Kuru. So Sthitim is there here, Swati Kuru. Okay, so the first sentence would be Hey Saraswati Prasadam Sara, Prasadam Kuru, or Prasadam Prapnuhi, may you be favorable towards me. Hey Kshetra Kurukshetra Saraswati, may Chitta Saraswati Sthitim Swati Kuru. This is the Anvaya here. So, Kshetra Kurukshetra Saraswati, Kshetram na Shariram. So, one who is like a Nadi in my body, which is like Kurukshetram, where there is war constantly going on in my body. Tadrishe, Tvam tu Nadi Rupena, if there is a war-ridden place and there is water coming in, immediately war will stop and the lands will become much more fertile there. So, good things can come about in that Punya Kshetra. Also, Antarvahini Rupena Saraswati Tatra Vartate iti karanat Kurukshetram api Punya Kshetram Vartate. So, that is the comparison here. But this Shariram is like a Kurukshetram, where if you exist as the Nadi Rupa in me, then even in Vedic times, if you trace the word Saraswati or the concept of Saraswati, it is not only Vakdevata, it is the same Vakdevata who also has a Nadi Rupa. Both are the same there. Okay, so in me, you have to flow. You are the Saraswati who is present in me. And then me Chitta Saraswati, in my Chitta Samudram, Chitta Sagaram, Sthitim Swati Kuru. Swati is Shushtu. In a good manner. You will have to well establish yourself in my mind, which is like a Samudram here. Is clear? So there is an Adyantikam and then another Adyantikam in the third pada and the fourth pada. Then you have a Antadikam in this third and fourth. This is one kind of Yamakam. Now we move on to the next this is also the same thing. Okay. I just repeated it so many times. I don't know what I have done here. Okay. Now the next one is Sasarasakam Darpena, Kandarpena Sasarasa, Sharannavana Bibhrana, Navibhrana Sharannava. This is the next shloka he gives. So this is Adyantikam, Antadikam, Adyantikam and Antadikam. The middle portion is also Yamakam here. This is an padyam that is there in Rudrata Alankara, which describes the Sharadrutu. So Sarasa, Sasara, Sakam, Darpena, Kandarpena, Sasara, Sharat, Sharannavana, Bibhrana, Nabibhrana, Sharat, Nava. Nava, Sharat. Sharat Rutuhu is in Strilinga Padam. So everything is in Prathama Ekavachanam. Strilingam as an adjective to Sharat Rutuhu. So Sarasa. Sarasa here is a kind of bird, or it is also lotuses. Sarasaha, Sarasam is also Padmam. So Sarasaihi Saha Vartate iti sa Sarasa, Sahita. So Sarasa Pakshibihi Sahita or Padmaihi Sahita. When Sharadrutu starts, the lotuses come out, and you also have these birds, Sarasa Pakshi. Sarasa birds which also show up during rainy season. Sharadrutu is autumn season, and it comes immediately after the rainy season. During the rainy season, none of the birds want to come out and chirp or make any song or anything. It will all be inside its hole shivering, right? So now suddenly when the autumn comes, Nava Sharat, the new autumn season, when it shows its face, the lotuses and Sarasa Pakshi are all there with the Sharat Kala. Next, Navana, the third pada, second word here, Sharat, Navana. Carts are seen everywhere. Sharatkala is also associated with the roads becoming clear. There is no pankam. Kardamam is not there. Kardama is and the mayarumbo, share. Share anga illadadanaல it is very easy for the carts to move around. During rainy season, again, people don't move around at all. They stay put in one place. As soon as the rainy season is over and autumn season is up, then immediately there are carts starting their business. People start going about their business. So carts keep moving around. Bullock cart, adala. So Nava.
Anam means Shakatam.
Anam, Ama. Ama. வேற எதுலயோ வருமே இதுல ஐ திங்க் அந்த கஹா கவாட்டம் அந்த ஸ்லோகத்திலயும் வரும் இந்த அனாங்கிறது சகட்டம்னு. அனா கேன் ஆல்சோ மீன் தட் ஆரம்னு நினைக்கிறேன் இல்ல, அந்த சக்கரம் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக சொல்றாளோ நம்ம. அனா உங்களுக்கு எப்படி கொடுத்துருக்கா தெரியல. அனா இஸ் சகட்டம், கரெக்ட்.
எனக்கு அனஹா சகட்டம் தான் போட்டிருக்கு.
தென் கரெக்ட்.
புல்லிங்க ரூபம்.
Anaha potrika, not anam. Okay. Klebam api vartate. It is there in both. So anam and anaha. Navam anam shakatam yasyaha sa. Because it's Sharatkalam and the rains are all stopped, the grounds are dry, it is easy for the carts to move around. So Sharatkalam, wherein there are lotuses and Sarasapakshi, there are also carts moving around. Now then we have Sharannava, Sharam Vibhrana, Sharam Vibhrana. Inge vandu you take it as Sharan, Sharat Navana. You split the first word as Sharat Navana. The last word you split it as Sharam Nava. Okay, Im. So there the Sharam is Trina Vishesham, some kind of a grass. And Bibhrana here is she holds on to, or she shows the presence of grass here, and the grass slowly starts turning color. But Bibhrana is usually holding on to or carrying. That is the meaning that we usually take it as. But then here the Vyakhyata also gives the meaning of Poshayanti. So Bibhrana is Poshayanti, that which nurtures the grass. Paripakam prapayanti. So by nurturing, it makes it grow into its final stage. So the grass during the autumn season also becomes ripened. So it becomes yellowish as it grows, and then adukapram it goes to the last stage of you have to cut it out, right? So just before that, it ripens or it nurtures the grass. Trina vishesham sharam bibhrana paripakvam kurvanti. Sa sharat. Navibhrana is one single word here. Na avibhrana, navibhrana. So first you have to split what is vibhrana. Veenam bhranaha, veenam pakshinam bhranaha shabdaha. The sound of birds. Yatra sa vibhrana. This is Sharatkala. Sharatkala where there are the sound of birds. Now you put in two double negatives here, it cancels out and it comes back to vibhrana only. Na avibhrana. Okay, na vibhrana, avibhrana, na avibhrana, na vibhrana, which means it is not without the song of birds. The birds are always chirping. As I told you, rain has stopped, so the birds come out and do the sounds. Nava, adha inge paathom. Sharam plus Nava nu pirichik sonnum. Yeah, you have to split it in that way. Nava. Nava Sharat. Navana, it's not new in the sense it is prasiddhameva parantu adhuna nutanataya udbhuta iti. During every time, when there is, you may have seen 25 seasons, but still when the autumn season comes in, you still look at it as if it is a new season that has come onto the world. So prasiddha sharadrituhu kandarpena darpena sasara. This sharadritu seems to be going around with the garva, darpam, darpena sasara. It moves around with a garvam that is in the form of Mammata. Kandarpena darpena. Sakam, kandarpena darpena sakam sasara. So you can include the sakam here. Okay, so she seems to be, Sharatkala seems to be moving because she has so many beauties in her, like lotuses, pakshi, the sound of birds, and then she also knows how to change the, ripen the grass. Praudhatvam tatra vartate. It is not a Vasanta Kala where everything, the world is just starting to bloom out. No, Sharatkalam represents a Praudha Naika. So she is more like a mature woman who knows the ways of the world. So it's like that. It gives us that image here. There is Samasokti also. But since this is an example for Yamaka, we are not going into that Alankara. But Kandarpena, Darpena, it is as if she is walking around. Lajja Vijita Mammata. Yeah. Vijita Manma, no. Lajja has been won over by Manmatha. That is a Praudha Naika. Yeah. So Kandarpena Saha, she seems to be roaming around the world. Autumn season seems to be roaming around the world with a garva, with an arrogance, which is in the form of Manmatha. Okay. Maybe also because if it is rainy season, people cannot move around and find their lovers. This is a conducive season for that also. Right? So, Sasarasakam Darpena, Kandarpena Sasarasa, Sharannavana Bibhrana, Nabibhrana, Sharannava. The next one is the last example in Yamakam. So, there is a argument about this shloka as to what the Yamaka is, whether it is Tribhaga Yamakam or anything. Adalla, it will not fit. So the Vyakhyata has clearly given it is an Aniyatasthana Avritti Rupam Yamakam. There is no Niyatam Sthanam. There is no proper Adi Bhagaha, Anta Bhagena Saha Yamyate Ityadi. There is no definite rules here. You just take it randomly. So it is an Aniyatasthana, random Yamaka in the shloka. So Madhu Parajita Manini Janam Manas Sumanas Surabhi Shriyam Abhrita Varita Varija Viplavam Sputita Tamra Vanam Jagat. The meter here is Druta Vilambitam. So it lends to that Yamaka very beautifully. Madhu Paraji Parajita Manini Jana Manas Surabhi Janamanas Angayati Varno. Okay. This is where the first pada splits. Illame after the first two letters, from the third letter 345 is repeated. Here also 345 and 345 are repeated. The second line, third pada also abhr, you leave out the first two letters. Tavari 345 are repeated. The same goes with the fourth pada, Sphuti, tatamra. Okay, it need not be arthavat in Yamakam. Yeah. Now let's just look at the meaning of this. The main sentence here is Jagat Shriyam Abhrita. Jagat, the world, has Shriyam. It got some kind of a lustre here. So the world acquired, Abhrita ityukte, acquired. It got a great lustre. And what is that lustre? What is that Shrihi? So it's just describing. Probably this is the Vasanta Ritu Varnanam that is going on here. So the world has become very beautiful here. It has acquired a beauty. How is that beauty? So there is described how is the world. So evam the Rupam Jagat Shriyam Abhrita. So the world which is of this format became really beautiful. So that there are three words here which are adjectives to Jagat. So the first one is the huge, this thing which extends from the first padam to the second padam. Madhupa Raji Parajita Manini Jana Manas Sumanas Surabhi Jagat. The Jagat world which is Surabhi, fragrant, because of the Sumanas, flowers, that is because of the minds of the Manini Jana which is like flower, or the flowers which are like the minds of the women who are a little angry here. During Vasanta Ritu is when the love quarrels are at a high. Vasanta Ritu brings in love in the air. So the women also start showing a little bit of anger. The men may do some mistake, whatever. So Manini Jana here is more like a kopam during love quarrel, the anger that is there during love quarrel. So Manini Jana Manaha is like a flower, and that flower is fragrant during Vasanta Ritu. During Vasanta Ritu, there are flowers blooming, and how is the minds of the people who have anger here? They are won over by the Ritu. They may be angry, but suddenly when they see the flowers blooming, they want to enjoy it with their spouses, right? With their husbands or with their lovers. So the Vasanta Ritu suddenly changes the entire world. So it also removes the anger from the mind of the women. Madhupa Raja Raji Varno, sorry. Madhupa Raji Parajita Manini Jana Manaha. The minds of the women has been completely parajita, won over by the Brahmara Pankti, by the row of bees that are making a sweet sound around. So Madhupanam Rajya Brahmara Panktya Parajitani Manamsi. Eva Pushpa, that goes to both the mind and the flowers. The flowers are also conquered by the host of bees that come and sit on it and take the madhu. The same way, the bees that fly around immediately remove that and the கோபத்தினால ஒரு தைரியம் இருக்கும் இல்லையோ, the willpower not to give in to the husband at all, that willpower is slowly removed. It is won over by the sound of the bees which are roaming around. So Madhupa Raji Parajita Manini Jana Manas Sumanas Surabhi Jagat. This is one adjective here. The next is Varita Varija Viplavam. Varita Vari முன்னாடி இருக்கீங்க. So okay, the Yamakam starts from here, right? So Varita Varijanam Viplavam Nashaha. So the Varijanam Viplavaha, during Shishira Kalam, the lotuses are all destroyed by frost. Now when Vasanta Ritu comes in, it stops the destruction of lotuses. So Varijanam Viplavaha Nashaha Varitaha Yatra Yasmin Jagati Tadrisham Jagat. In the world where the lotuses are not destroyed at all, since it is spring season. And then Sputita Tamra Tata Amra Vanam. Jagat, the Amra Vanam, Amra Vriksha, the mango trees are all spreading out their wings, and they are sputitam. Sputitam here is the pallava. The little leaves are all coming out during Vasanta Ritu, and then it is reddish in color. Tadrisha sputitani tamrani tatani amra vrikshani yatra vartante, or vanani yatra vartante, not amra vriksha. So amra vrikshanam vanani yatra yasmin jagati. So a world wherein there are mango trees which are spread everywhere. They are also red in color because of the small sprouts that are coming out on the trees. So it is beautiful. It has a beauty in this manner. So there are three adjectives which are all adjectives to the world, and this shows that the beauty of spring is upon the world. This is Aniyatasthana Avritti Rupakam Yamakam. There is no, I hope in your text also they have only given that.
Yeah, it says Aniyata Pada Bhaga Vritti Rupaha.
Okay. Pada Bhaga. When you look at the Bhagam, there is no specific divisions of the Bhaga into, it's very easy to split it into 3 or 4 because it is a 12 akshara vrittam. So பார்த்தேன்னா 2 and then 6 8 9 10 11 12. There are totally 12 aksharas per pada. If you want to split it into 3, then you can have 4 aksharas in each of those bhagas. So he has to actually repeat the exact 4 aksharas, either the first with the second 4 or the second 4 with the third 4. That is how it should be. But here, if you split it into 3 also or 4, then it should be 3 3 3 3. அதுவும் இங்க வந்து is not possible because he has the first three are not separate here. The first three la irukக்கூடிய one letter has gone into the yamaka, so there is no bhaga, proper divisions of the bhaga here in yamaka. That is why he says aniyata padabhaga sthanam or aniyata sthanam. Okay, I think with this we have completed yamakam. Let me just look at the text here. Abhrita varita varija viplavam sputita tamram. एवं वैचित्र्य सहस्रैः स्थितम् अन्यत् उन्नेयम्. So एवं वैचित्र्य सहस्रैः, there can be so many thousands of such differences. You can unneyam, wherever you find it, you have to figure it out. Where the yamaka is, generally nobody gives this the names that we have given, and the sandamshta, அது என்ன ஏதோ என்னெல்லாமோ பார்த்தோமே நம்ம, முகம் சந்தம்ஷஹ ஆவృத்திஹி கர்ப்ப புச்சம் பங்கி, இந்த மாதிரி we have seen that the different names for yamakam, right? None of the vyakhyata in any of the kavyams will give you that those names. They will just give you atra yamakam, that's all. Only they will only mention if it is a pada yamakam or shloka yamakam, shloka vritti or ardha vritti yadi bhavati, then they will mention this is an ardha vritti yamakam or a maha yamakam. Otherwise they will not give you these pada splits and all and tell you. Okay, so in general you have to figure out, guess what the other varieties. Now we have to start with Slesha. We will do this maybe next class. There are 8 varieties of Slesha, Padam, Varnam, etc. Each one he gives an example for all of those, and then there goes on a discussion about Slesha. So we'll look at it from next class. Okay.